But rest assured, Nier fans, we heard your prayers. And after 25 hours, we reached ending E, meaning we're legally allowed to make this video. Nier Automata integrates multiple genres into its gameplay, drawing obvious comparisons to Family Party, 90 Great Games Party Pack for Nintendo Wii. It's got open-world exploration, RPG character progression, run-and-gun beat-em-up side-scrolling, third-person hack-and-slash action, 2D Mortal Kombat fights, and bullet hell of the vertical, horizontal, and isometric variety. So basically, it's Breath of the Witcher Contra May Cry fighting asteroids, and it's awesome. It sounds risky combining 90s arcade action with such a deep, emotionally driven narrative, but they nailed it harder than they nailed 9S to this wall.
Why is 9S dressed like a pirate?
That's what you're worried about right now? Although, during our playthrough of Route B, my boyfriend preferred hacking over slashing. And putting this in my eyeballs for 10 hours straight made falling asleep that night a psychedelic nightmare. The only real complaint I have about the gameplay is straight out of my Dead Cells review. Lots of times my boyfriend would laugh and say, "Whoa, did you see that?" And I'd be like, well, my eyes were open and pointed at the TV, but the only way I can describe what I saw is diarrhea Christmas lights, so no. This game has such bad diarrhea Christmas lights. Like, if Nier Automata was at a party, it would be a go-home situation. Sometimes even my boyfriend wasn't sure if he was winning or not.
Berserker mode. Wow, Super Saiyan. Oh no, well that didn't work out so good.
Wow, what the heck am I looking at?
Berserker mode was so cool.
And for having so much diarrhea on the screen, you'd think some of the bullet hell sections would be more exciting to watch. You're in a good spot.
I'm in a really good spot.
Not getting hit by any of those tomatoes.
This is why it's called.
ولا ما ادري وين طول ما هو طالع فلتر. كمل.
براء كلب توقعت انه راح القى ناس كذي خاصه هني.
لا
اتوقع توجه القناه هني. اي كلب شهره اي ادري يعني انه هني. توجه القناه الحين صار يبي يبعد عن المشاكل. يبي يسوي الالعاب اللي هو المحتوى الاساسي مثلا كذي. يبي يصير هو اكيد متاثر منهم. وبنفس الوقت شاف انه يعني المحتوى مال الانتقاد مال الكلببه اقصد يجيب ناس يعني غير عن الناس العاديين. انت فاهم ما ادري فاهم قصدي ولا لا يعني
توكسيك يعني
اي ناس مثلا راح يسقعدون لك نكتهم ممكن تكون اثقل من غيرهم
ذوقهم اصعب.
اي هو اتوقع
بعدين لما واحد ما راح يشهرونك يعني ما
هو اكيد ما يجرب. بس براء ما اعتقد يهتم بشيء. براء يحب يسوي فيديو يستانس فيه.
لا الحين هو براء تكلم ان انا طلعت من الجامعه يمكن خلاص يبي ياخذها بشكل جدي يعني على قولة مكس.
اوكي
شنو قال؟ ليش تاخذوا اليوتيوب ليش ما تاخذونه بشكل احترافي؟
ليش ما تاخذونه بشكل احترافي؟ مكس الحين ليش شريت لك استديو؟ تستهبل.
زين عندنا الفوكس المايك تسنيك يعني على طول يروح حق اخر شيء يدرس جامعه
من بدايته هو اصلا يبي استديو خلاص
لا تصور بكاميرا التليفون يلا استديو اخر شيء ما في
استديو سرداب بيتنا استديو
استفدنا ايه. زين شو اسمه يمكن يبي ياخذ اليوتيوب بشكل احترافي. ما تتوقع ان سالفه بدر صالح اثرت؟
اعتقد اثرت مو بس هو ترى تتذكر شو اسمهم اللي هذاك اللي عنده الرجل اعماله ما ادري شنو
كلببه
ايه مسحوا بعد فيديوهات الكلببه ايه
كويتيين انت ما لكم شغل بس احنا اخطر عندنا الوضع اصلا.
ايه احنا عندنا وضع اخطر. ففي يعني في ناس خايفين ما ادري ليش فجاه خافوا مع بعض بنفس الوقت.
زين انتم ايش رايكم شباب تشوفون هل مستوى براء نفسه؟ انا ما قاعد اتابع. انت تابعته؟
انا شفت فيديوهات يعني شفت
رايكم أيوة
شفت اخر واحد كان حلو الصراحه.
اوكي
بس يعني. انت مثل ترى تصدق الحين لما انت قاعد تقول يقولون لا اتوقع انا عندي الاسلوب نفسه. انا راح اقول شنو المشكله عندي فيديوهاته. المشكله خاصه انت قاعد تقول انه يبي ياخذ يمكن جديه او شيء كذي
احترافيه.
في احد قاعد يمنتج له اتوقع. صح في احد قاعد يمنتج له صح. انا ما شفت كل فيديوهاته. مونتاج متغير وهو الاسلوب نفس النكت مالته بس. في واحد مره كان قاعد يمنتج شفنا فيديو كان قاعد يتكلم عن العاب شيء عشوائيه. واحده من الالعاب كانت راتشت كلانك. اللقطات اللي حطها مو لقطات اللعبه، حاط من التريلر بالبدايه يطلع مثلا علامه سوني يعني. بعدين يطلع التصنيف مالها بس هذه اللقطات اللي حطها ما شفنا لقطات اللعبه. بعدين لما بدا التريلر يطلع لقطات اللعبه خلاص راح حق اللي بعده.
يمكن كوبي رايت.
شكله كوبي رايت لعبه ايش فيك يعني اللي منتج كانه مو فاهم وضع براء ما يعني كانه يمنتج من خشمه. ما ادري اذا في اكثر من واحد منتج له ولا لا. وبعد يسوي حركات غريبه يعني في مره يحط التعليق كذي وخلفيه مربعات تتحرك. انا ما ادري ليش في مربعات تتحرك. بعدين لما يقول شيء ما عجبه يطلع علامه شيء ديسلايك.
لا اي لا واضح انه
شيء غريب.
يمكن المونيتير مال بندر بس حتى بندر ما هذا بس يعني واضح تاثير بندر عليهم يعني مكسيكي. اول شيء طلع معانا وكان جلاد
انا
يعني.
بصير
كان انا بمسك خط التيك توك. انا انتم خلكم اليوتيوب انا راح اشتغل على التيك توك. كل واحد يشتغل على جبهه كان يقول انا قال لي ما ادري من واحد قال لي تخيل الناس اللي تتكلم عنهم راح يقولون يعني راح يطلع ناس ثانيين يتكلمون عنك نفس الكلام اللي انت نقول اوه صح.
هو ليش ما كان متوقع شيء يصير يعني.
المهم فواضح ان نصيحه بندر اتوقع هم كنا قالوا مره
بندر اول مره لما براء قال لما كان يبي يسوي الفيديو اول واحد عن دايلر قال له بندر انت شنو قال نسيت ان انت مجنون او شيء كذي.
صح
اي فهو قال لا انا بسوي لازم ادافع عنك.
وبعدين هم اتوقع سالفه شركات وكذي ما يروحون حق المحتويات اللي فيها كيري ميري يعني اللي يتكلم وايد عن الناس وهذا الشركات يبتعدون عنه يمكن يعني ما راح يكون له فرصه مع ان الشركات ما تتابع اصلا ما تدري عن محتواك.
لا بس اذا واحد صاحب مشاكل
يبعدون
يبعدون عنه اكيد مو شيء غريب يعني هم صح ما يدروا عنك بس قبل لا يعني لو خاصة لو شركات كبيرة سمعتهم حيل مهمة لهم
لو يدروا عن دايلر تخلوه يعلن عن اللعبة
تخيل. لا شوف لأن دايلر حيل مشهور مو واحد تو قاعد ينشهر.
أقول لك يعني هذا مثال على أنهم يهمهم الرقم وبس.
قال له أنت جالس تنتحر صح
أنت جالس تنتحر فأنا قاعد أقول يمكن تأثير بندر قاعد يقتل المواهب. عندنا براء الأب الروحي يعني وإلى الآن أنا أقول الكلام هذا أفضل واحد في الخط هذا قتلته يا بندر. شنو الجريمة هذه؟
أنا أقول خلاص ما راح يرجع حق كلب أبا مستحيل. واللي باله في ناس يتابعونه الحين ارجع حق كلب أبا ارجع خلاص اتركوه خلاص هدوا أنا شي ببالي. ولا إيش رأيك أنت؟
صح بس الحين قاعد يقولون
ما راح يرجع.
يقول حتى مصعب مسح مقاطعه.
مصعب؟ ليش مصعب اصلا مو كلبه ليش يمسح مقاطع؟
لا عندهم اتوقع كلام كثير. لا كلام كثير عندهم بعد قناه شي بثوث يعني هم مصعب عنده سوالف يحب يتكلم عن الناس. فيقولون هم مسح مقاطعه صار يمكن صار في رهبه يعني. وهو ترى صح اللي صار حق بدر صالح تكلم عن اللي صار. احنا ترى ما تكلمنا يعني الى الان من زمان الموضوع انه هو طلع وقال إن في واحد بالموسم الرابع تكلمت عنه والقضية شو اسمه قديم الكلام هذا بس بعدها إلى الآن موجود أظن.
بعدها اللي صار إنه خلاص راح ينسجن طلع عليه الحكم وكذي وبعدين طلع لنا لا ما راح ينسجن. بعدين فجأة سوى بث بتويتش وقاعد يسولف مع الناس
وما ياب سيرة هالشيء ولا
زين شنو اللي صار
انسجن
يعني شنو
اللي طلع الحكم بس إلى الآن ما تنفذ يعني
شنو اللي صار بالضبط
اللي يدري خلي قولوا ادلوا بذلوكم. انا اقول لك الشيء
بدل قالنا الاوضاع بدت شنو يعني بدت تتحسن يعني شلون
شالوا نص الحكم ولا شنو. بس مصعب يتكلم عن الشركات اكثر من الناس واصلا تكلموا عن سالفه بدر صالح وقالوا رايهم بس. انا شفت سانشيرو
حذف مقاطع كلها مقاطع هذا للاسف هذا اللي صار كل اي شيء اللي اختفى الحين كل الحلقات
ما في، ها؟
اختفت. ايه
ايه انت داز لي الخبر من كنا تويتة سانشيرو
صدق؟
صديق مكس. تعال ما قام يطلع وياه ولا موجود؟
لا يطلع معاه بش اسمه
القناة الثانية.
ايه احمد
إيه
محمد فري.
هو اللي قال ان هذا يعني
ياسفون لما تقولون احمد محمد فري.
صدق.
اتوقع كنا ياسفون.
خليه يستريحون. لا ليش تزعموا من الحق؟ المهم
ايه
لا بعد طالعين لي بعد يتناقشون يعني توم هذول مبتدئين ميكس ومصعب مثلا يطلعون يقولون والله احمد ومحمد اختربوا. لا ما تتناقشون. احمد محمد هم اللي ولدوكم. عيب الكلام هذا. المهم ف الاصل نعم. قاعد يقول سانشيرو انه هذا يعني شيء خطير يعني صدق. هو ترى هذا يعتبر سابقة تاريخية.
ايه
ان يوتيوبر يطلع عليه حكم. انا بالنسبة لي جديدة علي، يمكن صارت من قبل بس يطلع عليه حكم لانه انتقد.
انا ادري
دائما
صارت
اليوتيوبرز
انا
بعاد
ادري صارت برا.
ايه
بس اليوتيوبر يفوز بالقضيه بالنهايه.
ايه وانا الحين انت ذكرتني في بالقناة بيتكوين ما ادري شنو واحد اسمه بيت بوي. اكتب بيت بوي خلنا يمكن احد يعرف هذا.
بيت بوي شنو اسم بوكيمون؟
اي هو بوكيمون لو تشوف. اكتب
صبر خلنا نقرا
اوكي.
شكرا بلاي ميكرز، شكرا سيفيت، شكرا مونستر يقول لازم تسوي تابتن ان شاء الله. يمكن اي حق 21 ان شاء الله. شخباري شلون؟ شكرا جيكس. زياد ترى عليكم واجبات كثير من مسلسلات وافلام. زين راح نتكلم على خياس مارفل. اوكي. بلاد بون يقول افضل لعبه من فروم سوفتوير هي بلاد بون. تتفق؟ لا انا سكر عجبتني اكثر صراحه. بس بلاد بون افضل واحده من السولز. انت تتفق؟ والله شيء غريب. انا احس انه سكر عجبتني.
اغلب الاسئله هذه موجهه حق محمد. ما
انا
اقول لك مجاوب.
انا اقول لك شنو افضل لعبه من فروم سوفتوير انت لعبتها. كوكي اند كريم مال بلاي ستيشن 2.
اوه مال بلاي ستيشن 2 ولا دريم كاست؟
بلاي ستيشن 2 تستهبل تلعب بستكين.
اكتب بيت بوي. اكتب بيت بوي.
كريم.
حط اي ونت بروبلم.
حط اي ونت بروبلم.
شوفوا يا جماعه.
يلا شوفوا.
شوف.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
اليوم هذا مقطع ابني.
إيه؟
ابني الصغير الحين الكتكوت الصغير.
ايه
تطلع بس واحد يقول كذي يموت ضحك. فتقدرون تعرفون حس الكوميديا شلون ينتقل.
كم عمره؟
عمره سنة وشيء. الجينات السخافة تنتقل يعني بالجينات.
خل اوريك. هاي لعبه فروم سوفتوير.
شنو هذه كوكي وش اسمه؟
نسيتها.
ايه
هذه اللي مسوين نفس اللي مسوين دارك سولز. كذي كانوا مسوين.
اتوقع قاعد يسبوننا انا.
ليش؟ زين
شنو قلنا؟ بيت بوي.
عبدو اصبر. عبدو يقول حمودي كان
ايه
عادي تقول لي من لحس الارض زائد متى تشوفون انفيزبل. انا شفته بتكلم عنه بعدين. احس بيعجبكم هو جامد يا اخي. واهم سؤال عندي حاليا هو تحبون البرجر يكون له صوص ولا شنو وحوسه ولا برجر طبيعي؟
هذا منو العازمي؟
في برجر طبيعي
وايد نسخ من العازمي.
تخيل
اللي يحفظ الكلام.
بس لا العازمي ما راح يقول لك منو لحس الارض. هو يعرف على طول.
اي هذه الفكره. ان احنا دائما نساله وياخذ حواراتنا يبوق حواراتنا. المهم حط بيت بوي.
اوكي الحين احط بيت بوي. وين يوتيوب؟
نسيت اصلا شنو بقول. اي اكتب بيت.
اوكي بيت بوي. بيت بوي انت قلت لي بوكيمون.
اوكي بوكيمون ولا لا؟ كاهو ثاني
هذا
بوكيمون ولا لا؟
هذا ال200.
اي
هذا منو عيل؟
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben.
بوكيمون ولا
My
لا؟
mission is to empower you to find financial freedom through crypto assets.
يشبه شو اسمه ناجي القاق.
اي كلهم بوكيمونات. دش قناته.
اوكي
دش قناته ابيك تشوف ثمنيلات.
بس اشوف الثمنيلات.
اي
اوكي
شوف
فيها
حوسه. انزل بعد. خاف مو ايكا.
ايه
شو
اوه كريس جيريكو.
صدق؟
ليش موجود هنا؟ زين.
المهم هذا طبعا انت تعرف مجال البيتكوين فلوس يعني، فهو مثلا يسوق حق عملة معينة، فالناس يروحون يشترونها، هو يبيعها، يرتفع سعرها يبيعها.
اوكي.
دائما يطيحون عليها الشيء بتويتر،
يعني سكامر.
اي تقريبا يسوونه شيلينج يعني.
اوكي.
انا اعبي وابيع، يقول يعني بالنهايه انت اللي شريت، انا ما هذا. واذا طاح سعرها يقول لك امسكها بعدين راح تصعد مره ثانيه، هو يكون باع وخلاص.
اوكي.
زين. اي يعني ما قصيت عليك، يعني راح تصعد مره ثانيه، شوف لك صيده ثانيه بيع عليه انت.
The fuck?
Unpacking is a lo-fi puzzle game, which follows the main character as she moves from home to home. As the game progresses, we see our character grow from a young girl living with her parents and sister in her childhood home, through to a grown woman just starting a family of her own. Every item that we unpack helps frame the story of who this character is and what she values. This is Unpacking, the story explained. We meet our character in 1997 when she is unpacking her childhood room. She tells us that this is the first room she has had all to herself. We later learn that our character's family had moved into a 3-bedroom house, and that our character has a sister with whom she must have shared a room previously. Our character was an active child with a love of soccer, and the soccer ball and trophy are two of the first items we unpack, along with a backpack which may be a reference to Sailor Moon. We also start to see a sentimental side of our character in the diary she keeps, and the picture book we signed at the start of the game that will travel with her over the years. We learn that our character's family is Jewish, as seen from the dreidel we unpack, and that our character's family had travelled to England, as seen through a souvenir London bus. The game does an excellent job of placing this room in time. The toys our character unpacks are all highly time appropriate, from the Rubik's Cube in Simon Says, through to the figurines, the Game Boy and the Tamagotchi. All these toys will feel incredibly nostalgic to any player who was a child in the 90s. The main characteristics of our character are set up here: her passion for art, her love of video games, her enjoyment of sports, at that time soccer. Our character has a variety of art supplies and proudly displays her own framed artwork on the wall. Based on the timeline established through her later moves, we also know that in 1997 she is about 10 years old. Our character's childhood room is filled with toys and books and art supplies, and we see for the first time many of the belongings that she will keep with her long into her adult life, including the beloved stuffed toy pig we recognise from the title screen. And it is interesting to see which of the items in this room our character keeps with her through the different stages of her life. In 2004, our character is moving into student accommodation, and she tells us that classes start on Monday. Our character would now be 17 or 18 years old. This is our character's first year of university. The books that we unpack tell us that she is pursuing her passion for art through a degree majoring in drawing and art design. She still keeps a diary and still has a number of her childhood toys, including her stuffed toy pig. She has a small, period-typical DVD collection with Donnie Darko, The Matrix, and Ghost World clearly identifiable. At this stage in our character's life, she's a bit of a tomboy. Her clothes mostly consist of t-shirts and jeans. Our character has been on another trip since we last saw her, as shown by an Eiffel Tower souvenir. Our character has discovered Dungeons and Dragons, as seen through some of the books that she unpacks, and through later years we will see that this becomes a lifelong interest of hers. By 2007, our character has graduated from university and has moved in with roommates, with whom she shares a passion for Dungeons and Dragons and video games. We learn that one of these roommates is a man and the other is a Muslim woman. We will later see photographs of our character with her roommates, who she will stay friends with for at least the rest of the game. Our character has a desk in her room for her art supplies and computer. We see that she's kept her university reference books and that she has acquired her first set of business cards. We can easily imagine that our character is at a stage where she's trying to establish herself as a freelance artist. Since the last time we saw her, our character has travelled again, this time to Italy, as seen through the photographs she pins to her corkboard and a new souvenir, that of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. To make ends meet, our character is working in a coffee shop, as shown by her uniform, including her apron and name tag. Our character is still active, and she unpacks a set of climbing shoes as well as a bag to carry chalk for use in her climbs. She also has a yoga mat and a set of handheld weights. Our character, while still very much a tomboy, now owns a couple of skirts and has started using makeup. In September 2010, our character moves in with her boyfriend, who lives in a sleek, minimalistic, inner-city apartment. Unpacking here is the first time that it's really challenging to find a place for our character's belongings. Her things also feel a little out of place, especially her dear stuffed pig, which now sits on a grey bed in a colourless room. Our character is still working at her coffee shop job, as opposed to her partner, whose wardrobe suggests a professional job. Our character's diploma, which had been so proudly displayed on the wall of her last home, is now hidden under the bed. Our character is not even allowed to move over her partner's posters to make room for this degree she worked so hard for. Our character's sentimental nature is shown again in her mug, which is now chipped and used as a toothbrush holder instead of being thrown away. It too feels out of place. Our character has nearly no space for the art supplies or childhood toys, which she clearly loves. We do see that our character has kept a photograph of her roommates from her last home, and it seems like they remain good friends. As her character herself says, she barely managed to fit in here. By June of 2012, our character's relationship with her boyfriend has ended, and she has moved back into her childhood room. It seems that in her absence, her parents had been using the bedroom as a sewing room, but many of our character's childhood toys are still there. Our character has kept a photo of her and her now ex-boyfriend, but can't stand having it on display, instead tucking it out of sight in a cupboard. If we do try and display the photo, our character pins it to the corkboard with a tack through her ex's face. Our character's photograph of her old roommates, however, is still on display. Interestingly, while our character clearly has bad feelings towards her ex-partner, she does have a gold resin incense burner that is either the same one her boyfriend had on his bedside table or an identical one. Our character's belongings are reduced this time. The stuffed pig is still with us, but for the first time he's looking distinctly worse for wear. He's a bit dirty, the seam on the back of his head is coming open, and he has a tear across his stomach. His injured and worn state likely reflects our character at this time in her life, but her diploma is able to be displayed once more, and she once again has a desk for her art. It is through unpacking her childhood home again that we see the first indications that our character has some long-term health issues. In her parents' bathroom, we see her unpack a box of heat pads and a jar of what looks like tiger balm, as well as something that may be pain medication. The following year, our character moves into her own apartment by herself for the first time. She has been travelling again, this time to the Netherlands. Our character now has plenty of space for her belongings. She is still into video games and Dungeons and Dragons, and by this time she has painted her character's miniature. Unfortunately, our character's health issues appear to have worsened, as she now needs to use a walking stick. At this point in her life, our character is still only about 26 years old. It now looks like her only physical activity is yoga. On a more positive note, Mr. Pig is looking much better now, nice and clean, and he has a new patch covering his tear, and he has been restitched. Our character's fashion sense has evolved and grown a bit more traditionally feminine, but she still has her trademark t-shirts, including what appears to be a Welcome to Night Vale's glow cloud. All hail the glow cloud. In the kitchen we see what may be the influence of her old ex-boyfriend in a new coffee press. Our character also seems to have re-embraced her Jewish religion, unpacking a menorah and candles in the kitchen. For the first time, our character also has a space solely devoted to her art. She has character designs pinned to her corkboard, a whole office filled with the reference book she's had since university, her laptop and drawing pad, art supplies and easel, along with bright new business cards. In November 2015, our character's girlfriend is moving in with her. The girlfriend's belongings, like our characters, are bright and seem to blend with our character's possessions in a way that didn't happen when our character moved in with her old partner. Our character's girlfriend also has a prized stuffed toy, a tiger. Our character's girlfriend also has a prized stuffed toy, a tiger. Her clothing is more traditionally feminine than our character's, and it looks like our character's girlfriend may be a PA or showrunner, as seen from the radio's pen and notepad that she has. The character's girlfriend also has mementos from Antihero, and it's possible that this is the show she is working on. Our character's career is also going well. When we revisit her office, we see that she's won 2 awards and has added another character to her corkboard. We leave our character in July of 2018, when she is 31 years old. She and her partner are moving into a new house. They have travelled, perhaps to India or Thailand, as shown by an elephant souvenir. Our character's partner is still connected to Antihero, which is or has been in its 3rd season, and it appears that she does still work in show business. Our character again has an office and new business cards, with the pig character on them this time. Our character now uses a wrist brace, no doubt to help with the strain of long hours of drawing. She is now a published children's books author, or at least illustrator, and has numerous copies of her book. It appears she has won another award for. Our character and her partner have also had a baby, and our character has cleaned up her dear stuffed pig with a new ribbon for the baby to have. We can tell it's our character's stuffed pig, and not a new one, because it still has the patch on its stomach from when it was repaired. Our character's partner's stuffed tiger is also being given to the baby. Our character has also gotten framed prints of the characters from her book for her child's room. We see that our character still has a close relationship with her old roommates, placing a new photograph with them, her partner and child on the fridge. Our character also still has the photo of her with her parents and sister, though it is curious it is from when they were children, and she doesn't seem to have a more recent photograph of her family. Our character seems happy and content with her new home and with her young family. As this is the last house in the game, we can assume that her home is a happy one. Unpacking has done an amazing job of giving us an idea of who our character is, the good things that have happened in her life, and the bad things. And for a very simple game, it manages to convey a great deal of emotion and a great deal of information in what it chooses to present. Let me know in the comments below if there's any parts of the character story here that you missed on your own playthrough, or if there is anything that you thought is important that I haven't covered here.
Medals mark murderers, the way a brand marks livestock.
Time waits no more. It isn't uniform. Each day is followed by a shorter night, and each night by a yet shorter day.
What?
The end is closer than you think.
Please welcome the actor Artemi Burach. Let us examine him. The will is present. Emotions, sure, there are emotions. Intellect, well, no one expected a miracle. Not from this specimen. He's no true human, but a larva. Just like all the larvae we've seen here lately. Pardon me, I shouldn't have been so rude. You are, after all, the star of the show.
How should I act then?
Here's some advice. Actually, the only advice that matters. Try not to die. Ever. Do you understand? Like, never ever. At all. Or it'll turn bad. Not just for you, but for all of us.
And why is that?
It would wound the world. Irreversibly. And the world, it's not in the best shape as it is. So I'd kindly ask you to do your very best. Work hard. Take care of yourself.
Where are the other two? The bachelor and the girl?
They're waiting for you to exit the scene. They want to learn about their fates as well.
You know the future? What's mine then?
Oh, I can't help but pity you. Look, there will be a happy ending. You'll even believe that you won. No guilty conscience either. So relax, man of fate. Next.
What do you mean?
Next. I had several paths and liked none. One had me as a beast man, another as a hunchback, the third as the indentured servant of some outside force. The show must go off.
نفسه؟ ايش ذاك عليه انتم؟
my fists fly if it weren't for these stitches.
What is a living heart? Why is everyone talking about it?
Come back.